What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Tuned Engines. As you can see, we have a freaking engine in front of us. It's actually a 468 big block Chevy 7.4 liter, and it makes around 600 horsepower at the flywheel. And we're gonna go ahead and put in our 71 C10 today. Alright guys, and in case you don't know, let me go ahead and tell you about this engine. So basically, this is a 454 big block Chevy, and it's actually been rebuilt, and it's been bored over 0.03 of an inch, which means it's a 468 big block Chevy. It has new internals, new everything, and it was in the Camaro that ran 10-second quarter miles at the drag strip. Alright guys, and in case you don't know how big a 468 big block Chevy is, so basically the one on the left is a 350 small block Chevy, which is like the one we have in our 62 C10, the one that you saw me put in like some previous videos. And on the one on the right is basically it's a 454, but basically it's the same thing. It's just the crate or like the block that's been bored out. So basically, yeah, that's a 454 on the right. And just so you can get an understanding of how like big the difference is, I'm a little bit worried that it won't fit in the truck. So that says a lot about this engine. So basically, guys, we're going to go ahead and put this engine in our 71 C10. But let me go ahead and tell you how we got this engine. So I was actually on the phone, like going to the old Facebook Marketplace, when I stumbled upon this ad that said 468 big block Chevy for sale. So I went ahead and clicked it. And sure enough, it said right there, 468 big block Chevy, been rebuilt, spicy cam. That says everything for me. But the thing that basically got my attention was that the guy said that he could start it for us, we could hear it, and also we could drive in everything. So that was like a big win. So we went ahead and hopped in the old truck, headed all the way over there into the middle of nowhere, and heard it run. So we liked what we saw, and then it was actually inside the car at the time. The guy actually went ahead and took out the engine like in 10 minutes, put it back in the truck, and went ahead and left and paid the guy and everything. So now it's here. We're gonna actually get ready so we can go inside our 71 C10. Alright guys, and also went ahead and bought a bunch of parts to make this possible. We went ahead and bought almost everything from Summit Racing. We got some fuel pumps. We also got some frame mounts, engine mounts, flywheel, clutches, everything you can think of, gauges, fuel regulator. Cause in case you didn't know, we're gonna go ahead and put a electric fuel pump just to make everything easier. We'll probably see if we can put an actual mechanical one, like the one this one needs in the future. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and put a Holly one. And this fuel pump just makes 7 to 8 pounds, which is perfect for a carburetor. But that's why we also have our fuel regulator as well. And we went ahead and have a bunch of stuff that we're going to go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and start this video and put this engine in our classic truck. Alright guys, now that you've seen the engine, let's go ahead and take this truck for one last drive with this inline 6 292 that served us so well for so many years and took us to a bunch of car shows. And also let me drive as a daily driver for quite a long time. So let's go ahead and remember those memories. But yeah guys, as you saw, that inline 6 was it still ran, but it wasn't like completely 100%. It was like every now and then I would just hear like some metal clanking, and I was like, what the heck, it's gonna leave me stranded. So we're gonna go ahead and put a 468 big block Chevy 7.4 liters 600 horsepower engine that's been rebuilt, has a spicy cam, into our 71 C10. Hopefully it doesn't give us too much issues. I'm more than sure we're probably gonna run into some issues that we're gonna try to see if we can sort out. But let's go ahead and start this build. And in case this engine doesn't fit, we're gonna have to do something about it, because I really do want this engine inside this truck. But let's go ahead and see what we can do. So let's go ahead and start this video. Alright guys, so now that we have mostly everything off, the last thing I have to do is disconnect the clutch and then also disconnect the transmission bell housing, and after that we should be able to take out this engine. So let's go ahead so we're gonna go ahead and start taking off the bell housing and also the clutch system. Alright guys, now with all that done, we basically have everything we need from this truck. We're gonna leave this flywheel. Actually, we're gonna hang out a new one, so we can go ahead and put on that's specially made for the big block Chevy. So yeah, that should be it. We're gonna go ahead and switch it out for the other engine now and take this one out and bring the 468 big block Chevy so y'all can see it for the first time. Let's go ahead and start doing that.
Five hours later.
Alright guys, what's up? So it's the second day of this. So we actually went ahead and stopped last night. As you can see, we went ahead and just left the engine on the engine stand and got ready and took off the flywheel that we no longer needed. So we're gonna go ahead and put ours. But before that, we're gonna go ahead and mock up the engine, because let me go ahead and tell you about this these frame mounts that we got. All right guys, well, as you can see, these are like the frame mounts that we got. We went ahead and got some engine mounts and these frame mounts. The only thing is that when I got these frame mounts, it said that they were for like a 71 C10, basically the one we have, and like you're gonna convert it from a small engine, basically like an inline 6, to a big block or small block Chevy. Well, these are meant for big block Chevys. The only thing is that these do not line up with I guess with the undercarriage of the engine, the underbelly, I guess you can say. Let me go ahead and show you. So basically, guys, it doesn't line up like here. So like the top bolts are here, but like the thing is like basically hanging off from that side, which is not good. So we're gonna go ahead and mock up the engine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take off that old exhaust. We're probably gonna keep it in case we're ever gonna put this engine back in, and we're gonna mock it up to the transmission or the bell housing right there. Push the engine back as far as we need it. Then like when we know where it's gonna sit, and like where like it fits perfectly with that, and that's where we're gonna like drill and weld some like new plates. Basically like weld like a plate that goes that way so it can hold the engine mount from the back, and also that way. So that's what we're gonna be doing next. Alright guys, well, as you can see, we have a 468 big block Chevy in the truck right now. So let me go ahead and tell you like some problems that we ran into. So the first thing is like this engine is basically all the way pushed back where it's gonna be. Like it doesn't go anymore, so that means it's already touching the firewall. And I'm more than likely sure it's because it's like these giant I guess you can call tall valve covers. So there's we can fix this, but it's gonna require like more work. So the first option that we can do is like moving the whole transmission forward, probably like 4 or 5 inches forward. So we're gonna have to move the whole transmission forward, then get like a new drive shaft. So basically this truck has 2 drive shafts instead of 1. So like so basically means that the first drive shaft only goes half of the length of a truck. Then like there's like a little spline that connects it. You've seen those replacing when we went ahead and put the clutch in the truck. Then the other half. So what we can do is we can go ahead and leave the engine right here where it sits. We can go ahead and move the transmission forward, and then get like a new drive shaft so it can make up for the length. So that's what we can do. Because right now like the transmission is basically all the way pushed back towards like the firewall, like inside the truck basically, and that doesn't work for us. And also went ahead and like did a little bit of research, and like I'm not sure even like if we put like a 350 small block Chevy in here, I think it's gonna do the same exact thing, because I think that we're gonna have some clearance issues, because we're probably gonna have because I'm more than likely sure that the valve covers, the heads are gonna hit the firewall before we even connect to the transmission, even if we try using a small block Chevy 350. Because I was actually thinking about maybe taking out this engine and putting in our 62, then switching engines. But I think if I do the same thing, it's still gonna be an issue. So right now, like our issue is just connecting the engine to the transmission together, and that's the only thing that we're basically dealing with right now. So I'm probably gonna see if I can move the transmission forward a little bit, and see if I can get a drive shaft made for this truck. Because right now like the height and where it has like actually perfect, because I do not want to get rid of this engine. I feel like it's super freaking cool. We got it for like a great price. We heard it run, we know it runs for sure. Just freaking things you gotta be dealing with whenever you're building a car or like building a truck. And also guys, just so you know, I do not want to make holes in this truck at all. I do not want to modify the firewall or do any of that. I just don't. I just want to like keep it the way it is. I want to like, if anything, I'll just move the transmission forward, which I should be able to, because I see actually some holes where I can probably mount onto without having to drill new ones. So that's what we're dealing with right now. But we're gonna leave that for another video. If I wanted to, guys, I can actually like just go ahead and like bolt it in the way it is right now, and actually turn on the engine. Maybe I'll do that so y'all can hear how it sounds at least. But yeah, so that's what we're dealing with right now. I'm probably gonna see if I can do a little bit more research. See like because right now like the transmission is just like a little bit lower than the engine right now. So if I go ahead and move the transmission like forward a little bit, it should clear that issue. And we also have a bunch of space on the top of the transmission, so we can go ahead and move it up. But we'll see what happens. So basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is that we have too much engine in this case. I never thought that was gonna be possible. I didn't know you could. I didn't think that like you ever had like too much power. But we're gonna see if we can work around that. If anything, I'm probably just gonna have to get another car, like a freaking Camaro Corvette, and like just so I can put this engine in. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now, guys. But for right now, guys, that's me all for this video. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you know anything about this, comment down below. See if we can fix this and actually leave this engine inside this truck. Because like I said, who wouldn't want to have 600 horsepower engine in their truck? I know y'all do, but comment down below what you think we should do so we can go ahead and fix it. You think like we should like take out this engine, swap it with the 62? Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. See what we should do. We should like move the transmission up, or we should like what we should do. What do you think we should do? Or we should just take out this engine, keep it for like because I still want to get like a drag car, like a car that like we can go racing with, and like that's still in the books. I'm trying to see that will happen soon. Maybe we'll just keep this engine like in the background, or we should rebuild the inline six. I never thought I didn't think you're gonna have an issue with this engine, guys. I just thought I thought I did a bunch of research where like I just needed to get like an externally balanced flywheel and all this and this and this. I didn't think that the position of the transmission was be an issue. The bell housing works for this engine, just in case y'all were wondering. It's just that like we just don't have clearance, guys. This engine is too big. But yeah, so as always, guys, hope y'all enjoy the video. Let me know what y'all think about this. And as always, guys, I hope y'all enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for future content. And I'll see you all next time.